Good morning, everyone. I am here. It is incredibly cold where I am, so I'm happy to be curled up safely in the relative warmth of my studio this morning. Where I am, it is currently minus 42 degrees Celsius. And that's cold even for us. I gotta say, like Canadians are, especially prairie Canadians, are used to chilly temperatures in the winter, but this is excessive even for what we're accustomed to. So I'm happy to just be curled up in here doing warmer things. Let me say, it's gonna be good. Good morning, Stephanie. How are you? I hope you're warm at work. You got your space heater on. We had a real saga yesterday trying to get our car started, but it finally did. We haven't tried starting it today, which is next on the order of business once I'm done streaming. And yeah, we'll go from there. You're freezing to death at work. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's no good. No good, no good. Is on the Nook sink area. Oh, probably because there's pipes coming through the wall and stuff there. Less insulation. No fun. No fun, boss. Well, I figured we'd do some world building today because although I should be drawing, I don't have a clear conception of anything that I need to draw today yet. I will, I'm sure, by the time I've had my second cup of coffee. And I've been working a little bit on... You turn it on so you have a warm place. Yeah, no kidding. A little... Oh, I see what you mean now. A little nook against the cold. Just stay huddled up to it all the time. But yeah, I've been working on the Prismatic Lantern, which is the tavern / bordello in my new trading post, Silvercrest, that I've been working on developing. So I figured we could work on that for a little bit today and then move on to other things if we find we're getting bored or whatever. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. So far, what I have is this little map that I've kind of developed. This is the bottom floor. This is the bar, a couple of tables. This is the office, and this is the kitchen. It has its own kitchen. And then there's a staircase that leads upstairs. This is the bordello side of things on the upper floor. It's got individual rooms for the workers, and then kind of a private common room if people want to rent that out for a private event or whatever. This should probably have a door on it to keep in the heat. Yeah, so I have not really got any experience developing taverns. I want it to be memorable. I kind of see it as being almost the community center for the trading post. So I want it to have good ambience and be a memorable space because I feel like my player will come back to it on numerous occasions. So I want to sink some time into it today or maybe another day if we're not into this right now. I've got written that it's the most popular place to hang out in the fort. The Prismatic Lantern is often between half and full capacity of an evening. 6 stained glass lanterns adorn the cases storing alcohol behind the bar. Each one is a different color: red, blue, green, yellow, purple, and white. Each of these lanterns corresponds to one of the demi-monde upstairs. Lanterns burn brightly when they're available for company, are dimmed when occupied, and are not lit if the worker isn't available. The office beside the kitchen is very well secured because it houses the 3rd highest accumulation of currency in the fort after the governor's house and the trading post. There is a mage-locked safe and ledgers for the lantern. Gallus is often here if he is not in the tap room. Gallus is one of 2 NPCs that I've developed for this space. He is one of a set of twins. His sister is Para, and they run this establishment between them. Good morning, my Laura. How you doing? Are you safely at work and safely warm? You're cold? Yeah, it's a chilly morning. I hear you. Oh, my phone is going off. Just a second. It's stuck. Whoa. That's funny. All right. It was you. You're safe at work. I'm glad you're safe at work, Laura. Thank you for telling me that. I don't want you stranded on a highway in this weather, my lord. Yeah. So yeah, do some world building with me. We'll distract ourselves from how miserably cold it is outside. What kind of things would you want to see in a fantasy tavern? I don't really care how anachronistic they are. Just what kind of things, if you were going to go into a fantasy tavern, what would be on your mind? Keep in mind, this is a predominantly human settlement. There are no non-humans here at this point, so that's going to flavor things a little bit. But what kind of things would you want to see? A band. Yeah, okay. We can have a spot for musicians. Let us do that. We'll see this area here. Gaming trophies like moose heads or elk or whatever. Okay. The lantern. Decorated with many hunting trophies, preserved heads, etc. Your typical mysterious figure sitting in a dark corner. A quest board. Okay. A tasking board. Is hung. Hello, my Michael. Under the stairs. It mostly holds specimen requests from Silly for scouting groups. Oh my goodness, then there was coffee. Thank you, my love. Love you. Love you too. Coffee, 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 coffee. It's so chilly in here, you guys. My goodness. A large chested worker. All right. Stephanie needs a busty, buff Gaston-like character to be behind the bar. So bartenders are also the bouncers. And they do not tolerate disrespect. And most people, to be fair, aren't going to disrespect the bouncers because this is the one place in town you can drink. Couple of bar wenches. Yeah, of course. That's a stereotype we can hang on to. I kind of want to gender equalize that, though. I don't necessarily want it to be just serving women. So we'll keep that kind of even-handed. Let's say that the scouts often take shifts as servers. When they're not out on the tundra. It's a fairly small community. I think there's only about 100 people. What is the male term for a wench, really? Like, now we see the sexism inherent in the system. The town storyteller. We don't really have a storyteller. Maybe we need a bard. I don't have a bard on the roster of people right now. Is our bard male, female, or non-binary? And are they Kayan, or are they another nationality that has been collected by the Kayans through warfare? They're non-binary? Kate? There's something else? Okay. Are they one of the peoples that I've already constructed, or are they a people that is completely unknown at this point? My dog sounds like Riverdance when he walks away. They're unknown? Okay. We need a name. Let's grab the PDF. Can't have a Tilly. I had a Tilly in a previous campaign, and that name is indelibly associated with a character now. I will never be able to not have it mean that person. Sorry, boss. Ferris? Sure, I like Ferris. And they will be Maelwyn, which is a nationality that I have to develop now. Ferris Willow? Okay. We will create that as a second last name. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I just finished watching the Orville second season. You'd think I'd have tons of names running through my head. It's all good. How was the second season? I really enjoyed the first season of that show. It was fun. Let me create a page here for Ferris. It was good. There is a third, but it has been put on hiatus twice due to COVID. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. It's got to be impossible to make a TV show in this current milieu. What a mess. Carnival Row. I do have Prime Video. Okay, I will make a note. Carnival Row. Orlando Bloom. Yeah, I like him. All right, let's talk about Ferris. We know Ferris is a bard. We know Ferris is non-binary. We know that Ferris is a subjugated population that has come into the Kyan Empire through war. How long has Ferris been in the Empire? How old is Ferris? That's a better question to start with. The dice say Ferris is 19. That's really young. I don't know how I feel about that. What's that, Mike? A Romani-style halfling. Interesting. Okay, I can work with that. Shorter stature, but still human. Halfling height. Okay. Are we agreeing with the young age? 21, Stephanie is saying. I like the idea of them being younger. I feel like this frontier is something that attracts young adventure seekers. .40-ish. Oh, the opposite end of that spectrum. I kind of want them to have a really, really wide variety of stories, and I feel like them being older is going to lend that more to me. So yeah, I'm going to go with Mike's suggestion to have them older. Let's see. Let's say 45. How long have they been in the Empire? 3 years in, Stephanie says. That's pretty fresh. It gives a lot of like potentially interesting dramatic tension to work with. 20 years, 8 years. Frontiers also attract last chancers. Yeah, that's true. They really do. 8 years, 20 years. Let's get in the middle of that. Let's say 14. Being in the Empire 14 years. So they came to Silvercrest seeking one last crack at adventure and notoriety. I'm spelling that wrong, but it's my book, so that's fine. What do they want out of being in Silvercrest? Like, notoriety is one thing, but notoriety about what? They want to write an epic about meeting untouched people. They want to discover Yeti in the mountains. They want to see a dragon. What's the goal? Secretly a smuggler. Oh, I dig that. I dig that. I dig that. Okay. Bard is a cover. Okay. What are they smuggling? Precious metals, I think, is part of it. What if the Melwyn know about the salts, but the Kyans don't? And so he's redirecting some of the salt. He's got to be a guy, you guys. I keep saying I can't get past it. Smuggling drugs, smuggling salts. Is he smuggling drugs in? Is he part of the reason that there's a drug problem in the fort? Or is he smuggling drugs out? Smuggling drugs in? Okay, precious metals out. Smuggling drugs in. Salts out. Okay, precious metals and salts. Mailwin. Okay. So Ferris spends a lot of his time in the Prismatic Lantern. Do Gallus and Para know that he's a drug dealer, or no? Backing that question up, is drug use something that is frowned upon in the Empire? I don't actually know what the cultural attitudes towards drug use are for the Kyans. He cuts them in. Okay. Untaxed drug use is, yeah, okay. And drugs on ships are dangerous. Okay, I like that. So these are untaxed drugs. Known as ship's dregs. Unregulated. Impurities. More dangerous. Bilge dust. I like that. Bilge dust. I should know better than to try to come up with ocean-related idioms when you're around. Fire salts. More dangerous. So this is legal and transport issue. Let's talk for a second about the drugs. One kind, more than one kind, what do they do? Imagine it's meth. Okay. This is where I admit I don't know a ton about meth. It's a stimulant, correct? Keeps you awake for days. Let's Google this. How do I even Google this? Meth, symptoms? Not symptoms. High. Feels like. Okay, so heartbeat races, blood pressure, and pulse soar. Meth rush can continue up for 30 minutes. The rush is followed by the high, sometimes called the shoulder. Person feels aggressively smarter and becomes argumentative, often interrupting people and finishing their sentences. Becomes delusional, intensely focused on insignificant items, such as repeatedly cleaning the same window for several hours. The high can last 4 to 16 hours. Binge can last 3 to 15 days. Okay, I will have to do a bit more reading about this, but okay, we can definitely do. It's multiple drugs, whatever he can get in a homebrew. Okay, multiple. I think that with the number of subjugated populations within the Kayan Empire, that there's actually a lot of drugs going on there because they're going to come from all over the world and people are going to have different experiences, different recipes, different ingredients, all of that kind of thing. So I think the drug trade is actually pretty, not prevalent, but like well developed within the Kayan Empire. Have to go in a minute. Have a good day. Stays warm. Loves you all, even you, Mike. Of course you love Mike. Don't pretend you don't. Fire salts keep you going in the snow. Okay, multiple drugs. So the first one we'll talk about is fire salts. Keep you going in the snow. Bilge dust, we'll say, is like methamphetamine. Again, I'm spelling that entirely wrong, but whatever, it's my book. Ship's dregs is some kind of downer. Of course it's true. Of course it's true. Something like weed. Something to be mellow, calm, help you sleep kind of thing. Multiple drugs plus whatever he can homebrew. So the legal drugs in Silvercrest. Things like coffee, tobacco. We can even say weed is legal because that makes sense to me. Drug trafficking is illegal, but drug use is not. Yeah, so you can use it, but you can't sell it. Buy stuff. Is that what you're saying, Mike? You have to buy it from like actual dispensaries. Which takes me back to the rules. Okay. Only sanctioned drug use and purchases, a physician or apothecary. Yeah, for medical use, okay. Medical use. Doctor or apothecary. Yeah, dealing weed is illegal, but buying from a dispensary is fine. Yep. And taxation, because we all know governments want their money. My phone just keeps going off today. So we do have a physician and a nurse here. So they're going to be people who can compound remedies as well. We also have the mage silly who can do like some magical infusions to do those things. I would say that there's like a fairly high level of minor recreational drug use. Because, I mean, we got some long winter nights going on. But a fairly small population of the dangerous stuff that's going on. Ferris has been in the Empire for 14 years. How long has he been in Silvercrest? Maybe he's the first dealer to kind of hit this market. So this is a developing problem? Or maybe this problem is well established and it would be a real issue to have him leave now because you've got a bunch of people who are addicted. It's kind of reminding me a bit of like Babylon 5 and how they put a lot of work into building the underworld of Babylon 5 and not just the shiny stuff. So I'm kind of enjoying that. I do need to develop some of the shiny stuff too, though. I haven't really worked on that very much. What's Ferris's attitude towards dealing? Is he kind of smarmy about it? Does he think he's providing a legitimate service that the state doesn't offer? Is he kind of like, come with me to a land, to a faraway place, like where he is the kind of that charlatan behavior? Saxon, why are you barking?
What do you want? Well,
Kind of cocky and proud to be doing the service. Okay. Oh, he just needs you to come and see me?
I guess so.
Okay. Hi.
I love you.
Love you too. Dog, what is your problem?
40 below? That's his problem.
That is his problem. It's true.
Still streaming?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Okay, take him with you.
Now he's trying to block the way. Nah. Come on, you. Say, come on.
Okay. Ferris is a bit cocky. Okay, I like that, Michael. I really, really like that. Comfort and distraction. 2 Silvercrest. Considers himself a gentleman of fortune in a wasteland. I like that a lot. Thank you. What instruments does Ferris play? Does he play more than one? One he can sing with and one wind instrument. Okay, so one he can sing with. Let's go something with strings. How about a guitar or a lute? A lyre. That's old school. I like that. Lyre. I think I also wanted to have a guitar. Guitar. Panpipes? Okay. What kind of education does he have? He considers himself a gentleman of fortune, so how did he, and he's older, what kind of experience does he have to kind of bear that out? Is he like a classically trained bard that was captured in the war? Is he a self-taught very talented amateur. Is he talented? We haven't established that. Or is he a mediocre bard? I kind of want him to be talented. I feel like you don't get to be in a position where people overlook your drug running if you're not a really talented musician. People like to have him. He's gregarious. He's capable. So let's say that he is classically trained, whatever that meant for the male one. Long professional career. As a traveling minstrel. Can compose as well as perform. Is well known for making up flourishes and ditties based on individuals or a day's events. Gregarious, flirtatious, charming, but shrewd. Excellent judge of character. I want him to be a pickpocket. Of notable skill. Where does he stay in the fort? Where is my fort map? Lives in an apartment over the blacksmith shop. What are his attitudes towards the Kyans? Does he see them as liberators? Does he see them as infiltrators? Does he harbor negative emotions and feels with them? Or is he indifferent to the whole thing? Very laissez-faire about it? I'm going to say that he's tentatively good with it. Otherwise, like, why would he choose to come on one of their adventuring trips? Saw them as bringing attitude towards Kyans and Caius is favorable. Saw their occupation of Malin as a benefit to his society because of increase in magic and medicine. Most of Maelwyn life looks similar to how it did before the army came. So, no major oppressions. Draft has now happened. Taxes have now happened, etc. have been levied. Okay, so we know that. Ferris loves to travel. Loves meeting people. And seeing new places. Repertoire heavily features songs about venture, new horizons, the difficulty of journeys, etc. has primarily traveled overland. This voyage to Silvercrest was his first extended sailing trip. He is now collecting sea shanties to add to his repertoire. Ferris performs most evenings and accepts tips for requests, gives 10% to the lantern as tithe, quote unquote. Oh, that makes me realize I don't have a chapel here. Do I need a chapel here? I feel like I do. Okay. Also plays on light days at the chapel during prayers. Not mass. Okay. I think I'm going to call it there, Laura. I think this is kind of hit where I want to work at today. We're almost to an hour, so that works for me. I think it's just you and me left. Hi, puppy. I love you. You're such a good boy, even though you are so bored because it is so cold outside. Yes, my gorgeous boy. It is good progress, and I'm grateful for your assistance with it. All right, you stay warm. Have a good cup of tea. And I may or may not stream tomorrow. Haven't decided yet. I will post to Facebook once I know. Can't wait to see that flower painted. Yeah, it's a good size too. Like, let me just close the screen so I can see what I'm doing. It's really big. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. Honestly, I could probably just mail you one. It wouldn't be hard to do. Let me know if that's a thing you want. All right, I'm running away. Catch you later. Bye.